Welcome to Raven's Scare School, where I, Ghost Dragon, will be your host and act as instructor as we guide our brave student Purple Raven, or just Raven for short, through the terrifying world of horror games. But there's a catch. Raven won't know what game she'll be playing each day. That's right, each episode will be a surprise, carefully chosen to ease her into the scares while we slowly ramp up the intensity. Now, we're not throwing her into the deep end yet, at least not right away. This Scare School curriculum is designed to ease Raven into the world of horror, starting with the creepy and unsettling before we dive into the heart-pounding, nightmare-fueled territory. It's all about testing how she handles the fear as it gradually creeps in. Now, each episode, Raven will be evaluated on 3 key things. Fear factor. How much did the game scare her, and how well did she manage those frights? Puzzle solving. Can she think clearly and solve puzzles while under pressure? And survival skills. Did she manage to make it through the horrors, or did the monsters get the best of her? And remember, Raven has no idea what's coming next, so her reactions will be as raw as it gets. Now, as we move forward, the scares will get bigger, the puzzles trickier, and the monsters, well, let's just say they'll be much harder to escape. From abandoned asylums to surviving against relentless creatures, Raven will be pushed to her limits, and I'll be here guiding her through it all. Will she keep her cool when the atmosphere is eerie and slow building? Or will she break down when we throw her into something like Resident Evil 7 Biohazard or Alien Isolation? Time will tell. But no matter what, it's going to be one thrilling and terrifying ride for all of us. So join me, Ghost Dragon, as we see how Raven fares through each terrifying lesson. She may not know what game she's playing next, but she'll find out soon enough. Welcome to Raven's Scare School. Let's see if she graduates with her nerves intact. Alright, on tonight's episode of Raven's Scare School, we will be playing the next installment of the Dark Pictures Anthology, at least the demo version anyway. And this one is House of Ashes. Now, you're pretty much just going to be playing the prologue version of it, as opposed to getting into the main storyline. Essentially, the main story follows a military mission in modern day where, like, the squad essentially discover an ancient underground site. But what you're going to be doing is going back to the time when it wasn't a ruin and seeing what might have happened way back when to lead to it being a ruin. It's going to build on the same mechanics as the previous Dark Pictures Anthology installments. It just might require you to be a little faster than the other installments have required so far. So I'll try to help you out as best I can to kind of let you know when you should click things or, whatever you might need to do. But pay attention to the on-screen prompts and follow them as best you can. In this one, it's going to be a lot of mouse clicking, so you're going to be doing a lot of left clicks and right clicks. The left click, well, pretty much any of the clicks that it tells you to do are going to be illuminated in white. So if it's showing you white on the left side of the screen, just make sure that you're doing a left click, and then with the white being on the right side of the screen, you're going to be using a right click on that one. So try to keep that straight. That's probably the only thing that's really going to be something that might throw you off. Otherwise, you might have to spam a specific keystroke repeatedly. Just, again, follow the on-screen prompts. All right, well, we've got 30 minutes on the clock, but you're probably not going to hit the full 30 minutes because the prologue goes pretty quick. But let's go ahead and dive in as soon as you are ready. Oh, why don't we go ahead and configure before we get too far into it? Let's adjust some settings. Let's make sure we've got the subtitles turned on. Subtitles all, awesome. And yeah, your audio settings are good. Okay, so you probably already did this before I joined the call, so cool. All right, let's go ahead and back out and you can start with the new game. And yes, you can go for forgiving right now.
Yeah. I'm not even asking for permission on that.
Oh, it'll get harder. Don't worry. And you will notice that these opening phrases will accompany many of the Dark Pictures anthologies. So essentially, it's just telling you that every choice has a consequence. Some lead to some characters living, some lead to some characters dying. So again, your choices will matter.
I like that kind of a game.
Yeah, I do too. I think it creates a little bit more of an immersive experience for sure. Because otherwise, it's like, whatever. It doesn't seem to make a difference if I do this or do that. So,
Yeah.
all right, here we go.
Oh, that's a startling way to start.
Might get worse.
Oh, that's a gross way to start. Ew. And they look kind of fresh.
They're very fresh.
No! I don't want to die!
Silence! Your words are meaningless here. Your blood will pay the debt our king demands. Your sacrifice will lift his curse from our land.
General Barato, forgive me, my lord. The king demands your urgent presence.
Oh,
The gods smile on you. For now. Take this one back to his cell. I'll deal with him later.
You're in luck, Gutian.
Luck? No. No luck for these dogs.
General, we should leave this place. The king, his madness threatens to swallow us all. This temple is cursed.
I'd rather die in this cursed house than perish to the plague and famine out there. We have our orders, Captain.
it's a big room.
The
Yep.
moon god sent you to destroy my kingdom. I know it, girl. I see everything. Look around you. Is this horde not famous enough for my mistakes? Do the gods not bask in its glory?
Well,
The Gutians are coming, General. The moon god sends an army to destroy us.
you put a throne in a temple.
I shall muster our forces immediately.
Good. And what news from below?
There are hundreds of prisoners, my king. Their sacrifice will take time.
Time is no longer in our hands. No matter. The blood of this army will nourish the sands. The sacrifice will be fulfilled. Starting with this one. Tell
Aw.
me, General, does she remind you of anyone?
My king?
Do you not see a hint of your own daughter in her? What age would she have been now?
18.
18. What a tragedy this plague has been. Kill her.
Now I really don't want to kill her. I'm gonna say, be reluctant.
My king, would it not be wise to keep the girl alive? She's an enemy scout. We could learn the Gutian's plans.
No. Every drop of blood brings us closer to salvation. She must die.
Oh, now we're gonna have a.
Nice on the quick draw.
Thank you. Oh, that's not nice. I don't want to play a bad guy.
Your choices matter.
On the crosshair shirt. Okay, let me make him be white. Let's just miss.
You can also just not do anything and wait for that white bar to disappear.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
You've spent too long killing the calves in our cells, Balatu. You've lost your edge.
She dies anyway? Ugh.
Just a girl. Nothing but a girl.
A girl? I see only a Gutian demon.
If you cannot kill in my name, General, then perhaps you can die for it. Fight well.
Editing. When he took him from the altar, his hands were bound behind his back, and now they're in front of his back.
Oh, good catch.
Dang.
Although, given how wily this guy is, maybe he just, you know, jumped over his own hands and no one noticed.
Well, okay, I'll give you that. I will say that's plausible. I will give you that.
He's pretty wily. Entirely possible.
He is pretty wily. I feel like he's got a, what do you call that? Like a drive to survive. Yeah, see, if I were a god, I would not want some king putting a throne in my temple. That would be annoying. I kind of like that effect, though, that the sun's coming in through his mouth. That's neat.
Part of me wants to know if the Acadians really did use Roman tactics, because that phalanx kind of bugs me if they didn't
It's a
actually do
Roman
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure we actually see them fight as a phalanx, so maybe it's just that their shields are rather impressive.
That's true. Solar eclipses are so dangerous. Okay, who's winning though? This is not a good angle for a battle to take for a view.
Well, battles are usually chaotic. You don't really know who wins until the very end. Unfortunately. Ooh,
That does not sound good.
That did not sound good. Hope that doesn't come back to bite us.
Gods give me strength.
All of the king's guards are dead. Where's the king? Oh,
Not looking so good.
he's looking a little dead too. And he's like, yeah.
He's like,
But
oh, good,
also,
I don't have
I'm
to do it myself.
What is this? They're very large doors.
What have you accomplished to unleash such force?
Been cursed. Our king has cursed us all. I thought you were the demon. You are wrong. In fact, the temple like before. He builds this temple to call for forgiveness, but the gods don't listen.
And now he too is silent.
Even my daughter's death couldn't wake me to the truth. I followed a fool into the abyss.
That his rule will become ours. This is your temple.
There's a way out through the catacomb.
You think I should trust you?
I have no choice.
This is very intense.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, it's the basement stairs.
Because, yeah, we should totally get farther down into the earth.
Help me with this.
Right click.
I got it.
Follow me. There is a way out through the tomb.
Ew. Bugs.
Yes. For the builders when they're done. Come.
Ooh. What is this? What is this?
I don't know, that shadow doesn't look real promising.
No. Okay. Heartbeat, so... Dang it!
Uh-oh. You were doing pretty good there for a second.
I was.
An Akkadian? Scared of a rodent?
They carry plague.
I have seen
Don't
it before
judge.
now.
Well, they did say they were dealing with a plague.
All this death. For nothing. They died in vain. For a mad king.
Press and hold to pick up objects. And turn it over. And there's another bug. There are lots of bugs here. I mean, okay, it's the desert. And, you know, pre-raid, but still. Oh, there's something to inspect. That was a
Premonition
bit of
has
a-
been unlocked.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything else to interact with. What's this thing?
Nope, you can inspect it.
We are
Let's see.
cursed.
Maybe some hidden
By our own
information.
Why did your king raid the temple?
Same story that history has taught us. For gold. For glory.
For greed.
That's the same stuff, though,
Yeah.
right? It's not gonna give me anything new.
Yeah, it doesn't really give you anything new.
Okay. Alright, let's try the door. Wait, did I miss anything over here? No. Okay, let's try the door.
Here. Help me with this.
Push! That looks disturbing.
He did say it was a tomb.
You first.
Well, there's that.
We're safe down here.
You first.
Maybe he thinks there's booby traps.
It does look like something that should have.
He saw
I was
it.
gonna say, it does look like something that should have booby traps.
What is this that adorns you?
The history of Gutian. You Akkadians fought hard to destroy our people. But mark my words, our story has just begun. How do we get out of here alive?
I want to be respectful.
The enemy of my enemy.
Is a friend.
We help each other.
There is always hope.
All right, do this together.
He looks like he has tattoos like Killmonger.
Goals.
How many ways into this?
Oh yeah, it does kind
Yeah.
of look like that, doesn't it?
We're not alone down here. Over here.
Uh-oh. The door opened towards us.
Well, that can only be a good thing, right? It's not like there'd be anything.
Not when that's what
It's not
comes
like
out
there'd
of
be
it.
anything that looks like a xenomorph in there.
It's only got 3 fingers and a thumb.
Mash those buttons. Run from the xenomorph.
No.
Oh no.
Akkadian!
There's no escape. Our only hope
Get your button fingers primed.
If we both run,
that we both die.
Okay.
All right.
I want to fight.
Definitely get your button fingers ready then.
Okay.
Here it comes.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
Ah!
I don't think that's gonna end well.
It's like a bug with a
I
spiky
think
back.
the xenomorph is hungry.
Like it clicks like a bug. Oh.
And that's the prologue. And it does have the same intro sequence.
You teamed up on the air.
Okay.
If you want to keep listening to
Alright.
his description of what happens next, you can hit continue. But you've pretty much finished the prologue, so it's up to you.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you did
Got it.
fine. You definitely made it all the way through the end. I'm sure there were some moments there where you were like, "Oh, what's happening?" So, not too heavy on the gore and the suspense and everything yet.
Yeah. No, it wasn't too heavy. It was that was an okay amount of gore.
And a couple of those button mashes were a little missed, but again, there's going to be more time to fix
Yeah.
that. But definitely,
I think I misunderstood the heartbeat one. Like I tried to do like a double right click, like ba-bum, and I think it was just a bum, and then the next one would be a bum. I think I
that one
misunderstood
had
how
some
they
elements that
did
were really similar to Man of Medan. So where you had to kind of keep in time with the heartbeat when you
Mhm.
were on the ship. So yeah, it has some button mechanics that kind of build on each other. So
I think I'd figure it out if I played the full game. So, and I am interested in playing the full game. So far, all of these Dark Pictures Anthology games have been really intriguing. And I'd play.
Yeah,
the
so
full-
definitely
the full
let us know in the comments if you're interested in seeing a full game playthrough with Raven or myself or anybody on any of the Dark Pictures anthology, because there are 4 different things that have been released up to this point, at least at the time of this recording. This is the 3rd in the installments. This is A House of Ashes. The next one is Devil in Me, and we will be playing that tomorrow. So there you go. You get one little sneak peek about a title of something that you're going to play, but I already know you know nothing about it. And again, kind of builds on the suspense. But the stories themselves, the thing I like about the Dark Pictures anthology is that it's not dependent on the other games. I'm having you play these in order just because there are some mechanics that tend to build on each other. But you could play these in any order that you want to. And the one that tends to be the one that a lot of people like the most, well, I guess it sort of depends on your particular flavor, but all of them use, well-known actors and actresses. So there's going to be some good acting in the various like cutscenes and things like that. And again, they do have different mechanics if you play it multiplayer versus solo. So as I was mentioning on this one, when you play the full game and you do the multiplayer version, you each play as one of the soldiers. So one of you plays as the Acadian, the other plays as the Kutian. And then when you play past the prologue, you are still different soldiers, different people. That's where it starts to kind of cycle through a bunch of other people. It's not just 2. So it's an interesting thing. It's like almost like the Incarnations of Immortality book series in kind of a movie form where you all kind of take a different perspective of the same story. You've only gotten a small taste of it where you haven't even really done too much where there's more than one person involved. But certainly once you start getting into the full gameplay, you start changing perspectives with the different characters that are involved with each scenario. So it gets really interesting and dynamic with every choice that you make kind of compounding to see what kind of end result you're going to get. So it has lots of replayability. So again, I kind of like these just because, it doesn't take forever. It's basically like an interactive movie where you can get through it in a couple of hours as opposed to devoting like 200 hours of your life to this game or anything like that. So again, it's kind of nice in that it's relatively short, all things considered, and you can still go back and try other choices, or maybe you get a little faster on the button clicks or something like that, and kind of see how that leads to a different type of ending. It might even lead to some people surviving the whole story versus other people not surviving and things like that. So it's very dynamic in that regard. All right, well, with that, it has now concluded the latest episode of Raven Scare School. You did very well. You got through the whole thing. Starting to step up the intensity now, but you're not even at the midway point yet. So you're still kind of dipping your toe in. We're just starting to get your whole leg in now. So it'll start to get a little bit more intense as we go on. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow when we will be playing the last installment of the Dark Pictures anthology with The Devil in Me. Again, the demo version. Just kind of round things out a little bit. It has enough intensity and kind of mystery to go in with not needing to go on to the gore factor of the full game yet. So, all right. We will see you tomorrow night. Bye, guys.
And that's another lesson complete at Raven Scare School. Today, Raven faced her fears head on, tackling whatever horrors came her way, whether within her own mind or with jump scares and horrible beasts coming at her. Whether she overcame the challenge or had a few close calls, every experience is bringing her one step closer to mastering the art of survival horror. We tested Raven on her fear factor, puzzle solving, and survival skills, and I've got to say, she's making some serious progress. But how do you think she did? Let us know what you thought of her performance down in the comments. Next time, Raven won't know what's coming, but the scares will only get more intense as the school curriculum winds on. Will she rise to the occasion, or will the fear finally get the better of her? Only one way to find out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can follow Raven's journey through Scare School. And as always, stay spooky, and we'll catch you next time. Geek out and game on.